In this quick video, I want to update you on the AI blog where I did 100 days of AI blogging and showed it all here on the channel. Everything was open, pulled back the curtain, showed you every detail. Now you can see that every day for 100 days. You can see that here on the channel in this playlist. There's a link in the description in the pinned first comment. The site is universeunriddled.com. It's about space. You can see the blog here. Also, the blog is hosted on Grooveblog. Again, I explained all that in the case study, but I sort of want to highlight exactly what happened and all the steps. And this is inside of Grooveblog right here. If you go up, you'll see this is my Groove dashboard with all the other apps. It is hosted in Grooveblog. I will be moving it. And that's just due to the limitations of Groove, not the fact that inside of Google, you can see here in Keyword Planner, I'm searching for universeunriddled.com, and you can see the keywords that I am indexed and ranking for. So I was able to get my blog post and get traffic with Grooveblog. So the limitation of inside of Grooveblog is the editor itself. It is not WordPress. WordPress, or what makes WordPress such a great blogging platform or a platform to build a website, is the fact that it has plugins available. You can go get plugins and you can add those plugins to do numerous things that are almost magic that you can't do if you go back inside of Grooveblog. And that's not what Grooveblog is designed to do or ever will be able to catch up, simply because of the open nature and the ability to add those plugins to WordPress. But again, inside of Keyword Planner, you can see that I was able to get traffic, or my site's showing up for those keywords, which gives me more data, more information to actually know what I should be blogging about next. But here inside of Google Search Console, you can see the actual traffic going back to when I started this in April 2023. Now this is February 9th, 2024. So you go back to the performance, that's again starting in April 2023. You can see that over that time, the impressions and the clicks have only increased. Now for the bulk of the content, I did use Koala Writer, and Koala Writer has since added a lot of features. You now have access to GPT 3.5, which you can start with for free. There's a link in the description if you want to test that out after you check out what I was able to accomplish here in the 100 Days of AI Blogging playlist. GPT Turbo 4, the GPT-4 Legacy, different types of blog posts, rewrite a blog post, YouTube video to blog post. Now I've used that here on 30-Minute Marketing to take videos here on 30-Minute Marketing and rewrite those and post them on 30minutemarketing.net. You can check that blog out. But then they also have the single product review and the Amazon product roundup. Now, this is where I actually started making money, and I had no plan. But when I saw this product roundup post or the article type, I actually decided, because there was some low-hanging fruit there in the keywords, to create those product roundups, which actually allowed me to make a little bit of money during this case study, which at the beginning of the case study, it wasn't even on my mind to place links into the content. But then when I saw that those keywords were low competition, but there was a good amount of volume for those product reviews, I decided to use Koala, the function of Koala Writer, to write those product reviews for me and link to my Amazon account just to see if I could get clicks and if those clicks would turn into sales, which they did. And I'll show you that here at the end of the video. But understand the idea and the concept here was to do 100 days of blogging, learn and understand AI, learn and understand Grooveblog, and just generally look at creating topical authority on different topics or categories inside of the blog using or starting with ChatGPT. And then I sprinkled in a little keyword research with some other keyword research tools during that 100 days to really round it out. And you should definitely check that out. But going back to Koala, now they also have this idea of automatic internal linking, and you can add your domain or add your website. Then it will actually go through your website, crawl it, and then do the interlinking. I haven't tried this yet. I'm going to be trying that as I develop out this blog. But first, I wanted to show you this automatic internal linking because I know on WordPress, there is a plugin. And again, this is where during the case study, you really see the limitations of Grooveblog and why I'm moving it from Grooveblog back to WordPress, or going back to WordPress, which almost every blog out there is running on, really successful, big authority blogs. But Link Whisper is an internal linking tool. It's a plugin that you can install. There's a link in the description, and we'll be checking this out too and comparing it to what we get here with the automatic internal linking inside of Koala. Because if Koala can do this better or the same as Link Whisper, then we'll look at those two products and we'll compare those again as we develop this blog. And again, this is a case study that's going to show you everything that I'm doing. And then also you'll be able to join me and follow along as well. If you want to build your own, there's a link in the description as well for an offer where you can come and join me, follow along, build your own blog. And that information again is a link, or the link is in the description for that information. And because this is a case study and I'm going to be showing you as I move the AI blog from Grooveblog to WordPress, I wanted to make a little checklist so you can see the things that are going to be coming, so you know what's going to happen here on the channel as I develop this AI blog further. The big first step is the domain name. I need to move my domain name, which I host on Namecheap, from Groove to SiteGround. So inside of Namecheap, where I register all my domains, and there's a link in the description for that as well, if you want to get a deal on your first domain, you can see here universeunreal.com is pointed to Cloudflare, which are the servers that Groove uses. So then you go back, and again, we're looking at doing that, move the domain name. We need to move all the blog posts. So Grooveblog to WordPress, I'm going to actually have to scrape the site. So I'm going to be using a tool here called WinHttTrack for scraping. This is an older tool. It runs on Windows, or this version of HttTrack runs on Windows. Also, it can run on Linux or Unix or BSD. I currently run a Mac, so I'll probably have to go over and do this on a Windows machine and show that to you. But I'm going to be able to scrape, or I'm going to test out scraping the blog post versus doing that manually, because Grooveblog, again, has no export feature, so I can't export the blog and then import it. I will check with Groove and see if they can do that, but right now they don't have the feature built in, or I haven't seen it built into Grooveblog. Then I'm going to need a WordPress theme. I'm going to be using a free theme. I found Spiel by Automattic, and this is over on WordPress.com. I really like this layout. It looks very similar to what I have now, with basically just these images, and I want these images to stand out. And I want it to be very clean and simplistic. So I'm going to try out this theme getting started. So you're going to be able to see all that. Then I talked a little bit about WordPress plugins and what makes WordPress so powerful, specifically compared to Grooveblog. I'm going to be installing the all-in-one SEO plugin, the Link Whisperer plugin, and then I'm going to be looking at the Amazon affiliate plugins. I have a few listed here that I'll probably take a look at and then sort of settle on one. Because one of the things that I also ran into was the SiteStripe issue, or there was this issue with SiteStripe last year, I believe, November, December timeframe. SiteStripe, which is the Amazon tool to grab your affiliate links, and it does links and text, and then it did links and images. They got rid of the image aspect of that, so you couldn't use that link anymore, and all your old links wouldn't work. And of course, inside of Grooveblog, I didn't have a plugin to track any of that stuff, so it was just manually linking out to these affiliate offers on Amazon, again, because I wanted to go for those low-hanging fruit, or those keywords with low competition and a good amount of search volume. So I did that with Koala Writer, and it added my links in there. But then I went back in and I sort of made the post better, or enhanced the post, went through when I was doing my editing, because I didn't just actually copy and paste from Koala or ChatGPT. And I went through and edited it, and then I used that Amazon SiteStripe tool to grab those links, and I used some of the images from there. So a lot of those links are probably now broken, which again brings down or takes away from the clicks that you would get, and then of course is going to take away from the money that I made. But I did make money with this experiment. Then next, and the last thing, probably not the last thing, but the other thing that I have on my list is to make sure that the Google property moves over. So I'll need to set that up on the WordPress, because I'm going to be installing that on SiteGround, which is the hosting I use. So I'll need to move all that information over when I move it from Groove, because right now the blog is on Groove. It sets on Groove, on a Groove property, or on my blog hosting over on Groove, and I'll need to be moving that over. So those are all the things that we'll be covering and taking a look at. Now, as far as the move goes inside of SiteGround, you can add a new domain, an existing domain, which is typically what you would do is just move this over as an existing domain if it's a WordPress site, and SiteGround would just import it or, migrate it for me automatically. But I'm going to be using this temporary domain. So you select this option, it'll give me a temporary domain. I'm going to move everything over, scrape those blog posts or move them over manually, whatever I have to do, because I only have 100 blog posts right now, and even not all of those are indexed. So I want to keep everything that I have, but I also want to use this as the opportunity to go through and sort of put my editor hat back on and look at everything and make sure it makes sense, get rid of or clean up some things, look at different ways of saying, okay, run an SEO report. Does this make sense? Am I cannibalizing my own keywords? Meaning, do I have multiple articles that are really going after the same keyword? Can I combine them together or do some interlinking again? The option with the Link Whisperer WordPress plugin or Koala to check the interlinking to see what makes sense on my site, and then let AI do its thing there. And then, of course, me take a little bit of time and go through that and make sure it makes logically, or it's logically laid out the way that I think it makes sense compared to what the AI has given me, and then work through that. So I'll be doing that inside of SiteGround on that temporary domain, and now inside of Amazon, so you can see the money that was made. But more importantly, the fact that I was able to get traffic again starting in April for Universe Unriddled for that tracking ID. You can see the clicks slowly started to come in. And then in October or in November, October I got more clicks, but in November I earned our first commission. And then in December, I've earned commission as well. If you were to come up here and look at this, the last 30 days, we'll go ahead and hit apply. Here, I don't have any commissions, but you can see for Universe Unriddled, I still am getting clicks. So the idea and the concept of going back and really focusing in on using this as an affiliate site is going to get a lot of my attention, because that is the concept and the idea. But first, it all starts with getting traffic, because even utilizing this blog, the way that I teach to do affiliate marketing, even with this AI blog, is still the top strategy. Traffic first, then offer, then add people to an email list, but gradually build on that foundation of traffic. And I've just started with the traffic portion because blogging is a lot slower. It takes time to build momentum, and for you to start getting clicks and for people to check out your content to get shared and to build that momentum. And there's only so much space inside of the Google SERP. Of course, you have Yahoo and Bing and other search engines, and traffic will come from those sources as well. So we'll be taking a look at that as we move forward, but understand that this blogging or this AI blogging case study for 100 days, literally for 100 days, and then I stopped and have done nothing since now, or as of now that I'm giving you this update. I have been getting clicks, and I actually made a little bit of money, and that traffic source is there, and it is growing, it is climbing. As you can see here, if I go inside of Google Search Console and I change this to custom, and I actually go out to February 8th and I hit apply, you can see here, again, going back to April when there was a 0, that the clicks and the impressions are still coming. They're still climbing. It's still growing. And that's the point, to build a solid foundation of traffic and then start adding in your offers and seeing where those offers make sense. Amazon offers or additional offers out there in this niche or the niche that you pick. And then, of course, thinking about, okay, the next level or the next step for this is to build an email list for that additional follow-up. Just like we do here on YouTube, when we follow Top Strategy, we're going to be doing the same thing with this AI blog, but we needed to lay that foundation of traffic first, and we did that during the 100-day case study by taking a look at all that, and we're going to continue doing that, and I'm going to show you all that here on the channel. And like I said, if you'd like to create your own blog or have your own blog created for you, and then you can follow along and also join me in my affiliating Facebook group, and we can work through this together and build our own traffic source. Start presenting our offers, adding people to an email list. Check out the link in the description for that offer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.